What's up? Welcome back. So first off, on the previous video with the Bespin Duel 75294 giveaway, I really wanted to thank everybody who has been commenting and putting down questions and just really, I couldn't have asked for better, a better turnout on that. The idea behind this giveaway is really I just want to make sure that somebody that didn't have the opportunity to buy this set or get this set in their hands, that they just have the opportunity to have it. I know there's a lot of limitations in the international market, even in the United States, everywhere. I mean, it's just limited. And I'd really like to see it get into the hands of someone that can really appreciate this set for years to come. And that's really what this thing is all about. I thought it was a good idea to kick off this channel with something like that, and I really appreciate the response. I mean, the turnout has been way much more than I would have ever expected, and I can't thank everyone enough for that. Someone had asked a question as to how to enter in this giveaway. Basically, just subscribe to this channel. That's going to get you an entry. Throughout the next couple weeks, I'm going to be doing a few collaborations with a few other channels because I want to make sure that the giveaway on this set reaches as many people, Star Wars fans, Lego fans, as possible. In the upper right hand corner of this video, what you will see is a sealed Bespin Duel set. This is part of the Patreon giveaway for this month. For anyone that had questions as to what the Patreon was about, basically it's more of a subscription service, and the idea is to provide much more output than there is input to the members involved. Now, what it is just like you would normally see in a Patreon. However, there is a drawing at the end of every month. This month, we have the drawing for this Bespin sealed set, as well as a printed arms Darth Vader and two $10 coupons to the bricksbird Bricklink store. Not to confuse anybody, but the bricksbird Patreon is completely separate from the giveaway from the previous video. So a couple quick fun facts about the bricksbird Patreon. Number one, we give away a lot more than we receive. Number two, in the Chrome tier, we have the ability for advanced Bricklink consultation. We'll get into that much more further down the road. And most importantly, right now, currently, your odds to win this sealed Bespin set for this month is 1 in 3. And that is at the highest tier, which is the golden brick tier, and that's 24 US. Okay, so that leads us to, who is this guy? Why is he giving away this set? Why is he making videos? What is the deal? What does he want from me? Well, first things first is I do not like to ask people for things. My entire life, I've never wanted to ask anyone for anything. What I really want to do is I just want to provide as much value as possible. I know there's a lot of questions regarding Bricklink. I know there's a lot of questions regarding Lego. And there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of very, very well drawn out tutorials and all of these things. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of the Lego community. I'm a huge fan of Lego Star Wars. My favorite themes are modulars and the collectible items. I tend to keep a very close eye on those things, and I tend to keep a lot of those things for my personal collection. How I got into Lego? I never had Lego as a kid. My parents never bought it for me. Unfortunately, it was expensive back then. As I got older and I had a child, ended up going to a Lego store. I wanted to provide something for him that was tactile. There's so much digital and screens and all of these things, and him being so young, I like the idea of being able to touch and build and all of these things, and that really, really connected to me. as I became a father. And my wife, she had no experience with it as well. Started getting more involved. I wanted to figure out pieces and learn, you know, what is a good way to organize these things. And everything led me to Bricklink. Then I was starting to research pieces, I was starting to research parts. It sent me down the rabbit hole of very old sets. I started picking up, a lot of older sets. And then I got involved in the Lego community. Started researching various things, and it led me to open a store. The store, at first, it was very, very difficult. When you're not used to how much time, effort, and energy it takes to process inventory, I guess that would be the term for it, it's a surprise. This video here, it's basically on an overhead rig that I had kind of whipped up. I apologize that it's shaky, but again, you gotta bear with me. I really don't know anything about video production or making a YouTube video or anything like that, but I'm gonna try. We're gonna try. I'm gonna do the best that I can. Just bear with me. I know it's a little bit shaky. It actually took me a very, very, very long time to actually get the video part for this. It's funny because you can actually see right now in the video I've got these trays. This is how I started the Bricklink store. I started it with these trays. I still use them, eventually phase out of them, but for what it is, it serves its purpose. I move it around and do the best that I can. Now, back to the whole thing with the Bricklink. I see that there's a lot of content out there. There's a lot of channels that talk about it. I'd like to get involved. I'd like to put my own perspective on it for anyone that has any questions about it, how-tos, anything like that. I'm going to try to work on some things for it. I'd like to provide a lot of value for anyone that has questions. If you have any sort of questions, comments, concerns, hit me up. Like I said, I spend a lot of time on Bricklink. I spend a lot of time on Discord. We have the Discord channel over there. That's really all this is. And I'm going to do the best that I can for you guys to produce entertaining things, informational things, and try to help out anyone that has any questions to the best of my ability. Currently, right now, I think we're in the neighborhood of over 2,000 orders. That's in the 2-year range. We'll do more discussions about that. We'll talk about basically whatever you'd like to talk about. But again, thanks for hearing me out. Appreciate you viewing the video. I really appreciate you guys subscribing and liking the video and all of the engagement. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.